partly because I get to, every week, learn a story and go and teach a story to this captive audience. So I know I have people who are going to come, and I always get so much from it and learn from it, and it always, it's the most meaningful thing I've done in terms of making a difference for people, even if it's just for that hour. It's very, so I really enjoy doing that. I'm going to, I always start with a little song, which I'll sing for you, and then I conclude with another song that has signs, and so we'll all do that together. I'll teach that to you. A little bit about the story I'm going to tell. Last spring, I did my afternoon research project for my doctoral work, and so I did a circle of the word on most of the stories in Mark 14 through 16, at a prison and then at the jail. Prison was with men, jail was with women. But I had an extra week at the jail, and so I thought, Mark's resurrection story is a little unsatisfying where it ends. So I thought, well, I'll do another resurrection story. I'll do something from John. But I wanted to do kind of a short one, so I picked the one I'm going to tell you. And it turned out to be a pretty profound experience for me in telling the story, and I'll tell you why afterwards. Listen to the word which God has spoken. Listen even if you don't understand. Listen to the voice that began creation. Listen to the one who is close at hand. When it was evening on that day, the first day of the week, and the doors of the room where the disciples had met were locked for fear of the Judeans, Jesus came and stood among them, and he said, "Peace be with you." And then he showed them his hands and his side. And then the disciples rejoiced when they saw the Lord. Again, he said to them, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, so I send you." And after he'd said this, he breathed on them. Saying, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven them. If you hold on to the sins of any, they are held on to." So that's the story. And the reason it has such an impact on me was the place where I tell this is on the 4th floor of the county jail in downtown Dayton. It's this room with, it's probably like that size, well, or maybe smaller than that. There's room for about 15 of us to sit in a circle without any extra space, so you can imagine maybe that size. We go in and the doors are locked, and there's a buzzer on the wall, and you have to, in order to get out again, you hit the buzzer, and if you're lucky they'll come within 5 minutes. It's often quite longer than that. So I start telling the story, and I say, and the disciples had, where the doors of the room where the disciples had met were locked. Mm-hmm. It just suddenly hit me, here we are, we're in this locked room, in this fortress, and these women are all locked up, literally locked up. But Jesus comes and stands in our midst, and I still get chills when I think about that. The sense that the divine is not kept away by any barriers. And then another piece about that story was I have them stand up and we go through it, they repeat after me and do the actions. And I came to the part about, well, actually, I used the word retain when I was telling it. If you retain the sins of any, or if you, they are retained. If you forgive the sins of any, they're forgiven them. If you retain them, they're retained. And I'm struggling with the gesture, because I like to do a lot of gestures. They enjoy that and it helps them learn it. And I said, what should we do for retain? I was stuck, and they all went like this. And they all agreed with that. And so, you know, that was interesting that they made that connection with that story. So, it's a couple things about the stories about the story. Now, if you'll stand, I'll show you what we do at the end of every circle of the word. Yeah, you need your hands. Right. And so there's some. We're gonna sing a very short song, and it's got some American Sign Language signs. So I'll teach those to you first. The first one is go, and that you roll your hands and you move them forward a little bit. So it's go now, and then it's peace. And that's it's sort of a handshake that you smooth down. Wiping your hands, shaking your hands, smoothing down. And repeat that, go, now, in peace. It's may the love, this is a sign for love. God, kind of a reverent gesture. Surround you, so just go around your finger. Okay, everywhere is a little bit harder maybe, but it's 2 fist bumps. And then a little like waggle. Not a no type waggle, but everywhere waggle. So 2 fist bumps in a row. Everywhere you, let me just gesture to everybody in our group, go. Okay. So I'll sing it through twice. And it means you feel comfortable doing that. We'll go slow the first time with the gestures. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Okay, let's sing a little faster. Okay. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the love of God surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Good job.
Thank you. That's lovely.
Back to the parable.